Welcome back to Tech News Weekly. We are starting to go through some more of what happened at WWDC this week, and we're going to focus this video on iOS. So it's kind of a follow-up to a video we just did on iPadOS. So there is going to be some things that you'll see contrast and kind of bleed between the two operating systems, but we're going to kind of run through some of the features. We're just going to go through the Apple website that previews iOS 16, and some of it we're going to gloss over because, I don't know, a couple were ho-hum to me, nothing personally. We do ask folks that if you are watching this and you think we glossed over something that we should have spent more time on, or you saw more value in it than we did, please tell us. We're always more than humble to go back and say, you know, we did miss a few things, and yeah, I can see where this would enhance productivity. So some of the stuff we're going to gloss through, other ones we're going to try to highlight because I think they're readily things that we would use on a regular basis. But we're also looking at through the myopic lens of somebody in their mid to late 40s, and how we use a iPhone. So I'm sure it's wildly different than how my son uses it at 18.
My daughter at 12.
Yeah, we'll go through it and see what we said. So looking at the main site, so Dave, I think the first thing up is lock screen. They spent a lot of time on this bad boy.
Yeah, I see the lock screen every time I look at my phone, and I just scroll up. For me, the only thing that I took out of this was the focus piece of it. Yeah, and you and I were talking about this, and I probably didn't pay attention enough. You can schedule the focus. Yeah, you can schedule focus to shift when you want it to. That right there, I guess maybe will help me with a work-life balance. Maybe I don't know. I just don't see a whole lot of this. Once it's set up, it's done. I mean, again, that goes back to who's using what, when, and where. This is just like that's cool. Okay, next.
Yeah, the lock screen to me is I set my phone down to the side. I hear the ding that something happened. I look at it briefly and debate whether or not I need to pick up the phone and swipe past whatever that was to really dig into it. So to me, I don't spend a lot of time on lock screen. Yeah, it'd be cute to have some pictures rotate around. I don't know. They did a good job, I think, of minimizing where the messages, happen to. I think there's a squished view of it at the bottom. I can't remember what they call it.
Yeah, it rolls up from the bottom
view.
up. Yeah,
I think stack view.
Yeah,
that's neat. I mean, it does cut down the screen real estate loss to that picture that you so desperately wanted to put in the front. To me, this is again, they spend a lot too much time.
You can customize. You can add a few widgets up there. That's kind of cool. I can customize what I want it to look like up there. But again, for me, it's a kind of set and forget until next year's version of it comes out, and I go, oh, I remember to change it now.
I don't need the weather up there. I got a huge weather app now on my iPad. So watch the first video if you're wondering what we're referencing to. Nothing, but so that's just me being me. Nothing. So I think we maybe move on here. You talked about widgets. Yeah, There's 1,000 widgets for everything from what's sunrise, sunset, or you can look out the window APIs. And see that. Yeah, yay! There's much rejoicing for all you Monty Python fans. Focus. That's the other thing. I mean, they spent a lot of time in here. Trying to separate your work-life balance. Yeah, you can schedule things so only certain things pop up during the day. I don't know. I have a hard time separating stuff like that because, during the work day, my kids are still needing me. My wife still needs me for things. I'd find a hard-pressed use for this other than, okay, maybe I want to suppress. I don't even know. I can't think of anything I would want to use this for.
I'm with you. It would make me feel like I'm going to miss something that may or may not have been urgent.
Yep.
And it just, it got suppressed till my focus flipped, and it goes, oh well, shit, I should have done that earlier in the day. So
this is parallels to the Mail app. I think we're going to discuss a little bit later in this video, where they put in the focus view again, where they're filtering certain things either via AI or tagging that you're doing and stuff like that. And and I look at that as, okay, what I miss. There's something got tagged incorrectly. AI didn't do exactly what you thought it was, and now I just missed an email, to redo my mortgage. Or something like that I wanted to see, that was out of the norm, but I missed it. So these things, I understand why they're there. For me, it's not going to move the needle. It's not going to. No. That's not forcing me to do the upgrade.
Yeah, and while we're talking about this, if it's something that you really want us to dig into, don't hesitate to ask us. We'll dig into it. But again, this is, I wouldn't say we live and die on our phones, but they're pretty much our day-to-day mainstay. I mean, you made a reference to going to the store the other day and forgot your wallet, but you had your phone with you. So,
yep, exactly. Moving through photos is kind of the next big thing they centered on.
yeah,
This is going to all fall to how they share photos, how people can contribute to a common album, things like that. Neat. I don't know. I don't like common albums personally because
we have kids.
my photos are my photos, and I don't need photos of the kids taking pictures of things I didn't know they were taking pictures of. So I don't know. Interesting. Definitely worth a read on Apple's website. But to me, photos and photo albums, there's not just tons more you can do with it, other than they centered on collaboration.
Yeah.
Now messages, that was the next major thing. This one intrigues me considerably. Being able to edit and delete a message sent in messages. I think there is a time frame you have to do it within. Is that correct, Dave?
Yeah, it's like 10 seconds and then 10 or 15 minutes between the two. So,
yeah, something like that. This is neat. They beat Twitter to the punch. Why Twitter can't do this is beyond me. Nothing, but maybe we'll ask Elon when he finally buys Twitter. Nothing, if you can get that done. Nothing. But Apple did it. Nothing, so you'll be able to edit a message, which is great because I don't know how many times I've typed something with, oops, I meant this, not that. Nothing. So it'd be nice to be able to go ahead and edit it. Be nice to destroy a message too when I sent one to the wrong window.
Yep, you can unsend within 10 seconds, and you have up to, I think it's 10 or 15 minutes to edit the message.
Right. So this is a cool feature. That absolutely, I think, is worth it. They also do a couple, they're, again, going back to the collaboration theme, they extended SharePlay into messages, so you can share a video or something.
Yeah, I don't get that one, dude. I don't want to watch movies on my phone.
No, but messages again is ubiquitous to Mac OS. It's also ubiquitous to the iPad. So I'm guessing that's where the majority of that was probably centered. It just shows up here too.
Maybe, yeah. That's also probably for a different generation too. I mean, because I don't know. It's if you like it, it's cool. It's just sure.
I could see my wife using this with one of her sisters to show a YouTube makeup video or something like that.
Okay, now that has relevance though. That if you want to go, hey, look at this. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Maybe I'll look at it the wrong way.
Or you want to share your latest episode of Tech Dudes Weekly with your best friends and get
Why
them to
wouldn't you?
subscribe.
Yeah.
Of course, absolutely do that. So again, major feature.
Exactly. Yes.
Scrolling further, mail.
Yeah.
A lot of we can improve search filtering. Move on next.
Safari and passkeys.
Safari. Yeah, passkeys are cool, but passkeys are here's the long story short on passkeys. We want to go passwordless. We want to use born biometrics. Next. I'm going to skip right by intelligence and live text, dictation.
Okay, sure. Dictation,
whatever.
Maps.
Maps.
We got a weather app and we got maps, so we're good.
Yeah, so this is them keeping up with the Joneses or the Googles or the Waze or whoever you want to call it. They did a lot of cool things. If you happen to live in one of the few cities they did all the cool things in.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we live in a major metropolitan area that they don't care about.
No, I mean, but if you live in Chicago, LA, or New York, you might actually see some of this, or probably Cupertino, I would guess, even though that doesn't strike me as.
Plus, they have a few Apple data centers in our state too, so.
Yeah, take a guess. But anyway, maps. Yeah, next.
Yeah.
Apple Pay and Wallet.
I
can see it. Yeah, iDebt. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think we saw that somebody coined that online recently. So iDebt is the Apple Wallet's version of using Apple Pay to split anything you want to buy on Apple Pay into 4 easy payments with no interest.
Yeah, they're competing with Affirm, Klarna, and all the Klarna. I think that's how you pronounce it. About 15 other places that do it too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. Another I can see a lot of people getting in trouble quickly. I think you mentioned that earlier today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, neat. It makes it a hell of a lot easier. I would like to be absurd with it and go Apple Pay 4 easy payments for a Starbucks coffee.
Oh God. Okay, wait a minute. No. That's going to happen. You know what's going to happen, dude.
Yeah, just because I can.
Do you know that's going to happen? Which makes you wonder, are they going to have a minimum?
You would think so. I'm trying to see. Normally they denote. There is a little denotation here for number 11.
Yeah, I'm
So if
looking
we
at
scroll to the
that.
bottom here, let's see. What is number
Available
11
for qualifying applicants, so they're going to figure out how to
in the United
qualify you.
States? Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, you still have to have some credit rating worth a damn, I guess. But whatever. So cool. Yeah, iDebt. I
Yeah.
think that's the next thing.
Home.
Yeah, home. So they updated the HomeKit home app. Pretty cool. Layout, I think it looks a lot better than it used to. Granted,
Yep.
that's not saying a lot because I don't think it was that great to begin with.
It still feels like an experiment to them, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is HomeKit doesn't extend into the same level of world that the Alexas and the Google Homes of the world do. Although that might change, so they did say how much they're working on that standard called Matter,
Because it
and a lot of
matters.
companies, yeah, it matters. That's just a standard for all those who haven't looked at that yet. That's a standard for smart home type devices. And if you're compliant to Matter and your ecosystem like HomeKit or Google or Alexa is also compliant to Matter, then you can buy the device and it'll work anywhere that you want to be within for your smart home ecosystem.
Yeah, it says coming in an update later this year, Matter accessories require Apple TV or HomePod running as a home hub. Just as an FYI.
Yeah, very similar to, I think, like Philips Hue sort of requires that hub,
Yep.
or you can use an Arrow or one of those, establishes it could be hub. But yeah, I mean, this will be neat, especially, I'd love to see Ring. I mean, that's my camera choice. I would love to see Ring actually become a HomeKit compliance. I'm not going to hold my breath because I would have died a long time ago. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool. So I
Well,
think there has a lot of possibilities there.
speaking of the Home Hub, there's rumors, and I got to dig back into it to see that in the latest iOS 16 code, there's a reference to a new HomePod.
Yeah, that'll be neat if they bring that back. I love the HomePod Mini, but it does pale in comparison sound-wise.
Yeah,
But it makes
absolutely.
sense. It's mini.
Health and fitness.
Health.
This
This
one's
was
big.
cool.
Yeah, this one's big for me.
Yeah, why don't you go through it, Dave?
For this one, with twofold, so I'm a type 2 diabetic. The health piece of it for Apple has always been a big thing for me, but you were talking about this earlier, is now you can track your medications on this when you take them, what their interactions are. So it could potentially help you in the long run, just kind of keeping you up to date on this, because everybody keeps their phone or their watch on them. I mean, or an iPad with a weather app, because it'll tell you what time of day you're taking your meds.
Yeah, the other part of this too that they glossed over real quick, but it was very relevant to our family is we take care of one of our parents, and
Just one of them,
they have
not both.
they have they have a lot of medications. I mean, I can probably name 7 or 8 they take every morning, and even more at night. So you can actually take their medications. You can pick up the bottle, scan it with the camera, and it'll suck it all into the health app. And it'll look at interactions across all those medications. I mean, it's one thing to have 2 medications, it's another thing to have 10, 12, 14. They get up there after a while, and who knows what's mixing with what at that point. But you can also take somebody's medications and share it with whoever's taking care of you. So my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my mother, somebody like that can say, okay, I want to share this with somebody that's helping me take care of myself. And you can get all that information in your health kit shared through, and still knowing that it's all encrypted and there's privacy.
Yeah, the other thing cool about this too is that if you have all that information in there, granted, it's not a substitute for what your medical doctor say or whatever, but say you're going to buy something over the counter and you happen to take, I don't know, you're on an anti-inflammatory. Well, you don't want to take anything that's going to react poorly with that. You may be able to scan something in the store that's over the counter and see if there's any interactions there. Again, that's speculative at this point. I'm just curious how far they're going to take this out, because if they tie this into where they're trying to get to with being able to take your blood sugar and so a few other things with your Apple Watch, I think this could be a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, the health tech is just going to get better over time. Obviously the watch is going to be center of that, and we'll dedicate a video to the iOS or Watch OS 9. But this was big. I actually like what they're doing in the health app.
Yeah.
Especially again if you're helping other folks be able to collaborate there. That's the first time I've seen collaboration with wow. Okay, that's powerful.
Or think about it. You go to the emergency room and they go, what medicines you taking?
Yeah.
Now you got them right there.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. Moving on. Family sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole, yep. They made families, sharing content, more iOS, Apple One subscriptions, things like that. Yep, they made it a lot easier. They also allowed you to dial in what different kids get at different ages and things. So, yeah, okay, neat, cool. CarPlay.
This is a big one, dude. I love this.
This is a whole bunch of sexy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, this is, yeah.
If you have a car that supports it. So basically what they're saying here is they took CarPlay and they expanded it to all screens that could possibly be on your car. And the screens that are in the dash, so when you're looking through the steering wheel, ones that are in separate panels, ones that extend across the dash. If your car allows this, and they're saying most cars that are going to support this, will be end of 2023. So probably your late 23, early 24 models. And they have a lot of different manufacturers that they're looking into this. Ford, Honda, you name it, Audi. There's going to be this could look really cool. And we'll set up Dave, I'm sure you'll put up a picture of this now as we're talking so people can see it. But yeah, this is a whole bunch of sexy if your car supports it. So, try to schedule when you're going to buy a new car, maybe around 2024.
Yeah, I'm curious. I just bought a 2021 F-150, and it's got like a huge 12-inch screen in the center stack, and my gauges are almost all digital there. I'm hoping some level of integration is going to be in there. Granted, this is late 2023. The other thing, too, I see this as being for, again, the rumored Apple car. I see this as them being the test bed for that if they actually design a physical device. But I think they're smarter to stay in this side of the realm and focus on the software, which is what they're good at.
Well, it's funny you say that because I saw a tweet earlier when I was watching the stuff come through as WWDC was going on, and somebody actually commented, CarPlay, awesome, love it. How about the rest of the car, Apple?
Well, they've been talking about this, 2 years now, I think it is?
Yeah. I mean, it goes back as far as when Apple almost bought Tesla.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What a different world that would have been, huh? Maybe Apple would own Twitter now, too.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're not going to go there.
No.
Okay,
this one was a big one for me. I mean, I think it's going to be, I want to see if they take it to the next level because again, you've got kids who drive. I'm going to have in a few years, my daughter driving. I want to see what levels because Ford has some, all the other manufacturers have some level of safety features in there. I'm curious where this goes and how it's going to be, again, that next level of safety for Apple as they've always been known for.
Well, you know what? This is the one place I can honestly say we breezed over in all the other sections here, that focused mode.
Yeah.
Let's put it in CarPlay.
Oh, yes.
Especially if you're under 18. So let's marry a few of these things together here. We talked about the level of family sharing and child safety and things like that. Okay, you're under 18. You get focus mode in the car. You don't get texting. You don't get that car's in motion. You drive. That's it. You drive. You listen to music.
Only thing you can call is your parents and 911. That's it.
Yep.
Oh no, it's going to be cool, dude.
So Apple, if you're hearing this, that's where focus mode goes.
Yeah, exactly.
So moving on, just in an effort to keep this video not to an epic movie size, privacy and security. Yep, still secure. We love privacy. They did a little bit more with accessibility for use, with folks at larger text, be able to, hand motions, video motions, things like that. There's a lot more control with Apple Watch, but we're going to hold off on that and talk about that when we get to WatchOS 9 in a subsequent video, right, Dave?
Yep. And at the end of it, and so much more. I feel like an episode of Price is Right.
So much more. Yeah, that's funny. Then the iPad OS one, this is where they threw the weather app.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, look at that. There is a new weather app. Hey, look at that. God. We didn't just... Cool. So that's general iOS 16. I think there's a lot of cool components to it. I think it's definitely worth an upgrade. Whether I put the public beta on my phone, I don't know. Part of it is because I get my work email on it, and I think they're going to have a small heart attack in the IT department if I try to put a beta version of iOS on there. So that one I might hold off on. Nothing. Although I think I have an old iPhone 11, so I might give it a shot on there just to play around with it on Wi-Fi.
I could use my daughter's. Yeah, she'll be fine with it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My son would absolutely install this. I'll
get him to do it.
Yeah, let him break his phone. I think so. All right, great. I think that's it to iOS 16. Anything else you want to add, Dave, that you can think of?
No, just leave us your comments down below. Any one of you gonna put the beta on your phone? I mean, again, because we live and die on our phones now. Again, tell us if we glossed over something in here that you probably thought had needed more importance than what we talked about. Let us know in the comments whether it's good, bad, or different. Tell us down there. Give us a thumbs up. Share this with your friends, family, coworkers, or even people you don't like. I mean, that's perfectly fine too.
No, we appreciate any comments and look forward to hearing from everybody. Again, if you do want to join us for one of these chat sessions, let us know in the comments, and then we'll reach out and hopefully we can get some more participation.
Cool. Again, thanks everybody. Everybody have a good day, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you.